Frugality is the new mantra for startup success. Whether you are self funded or externally funded, the core values must remain the same, and that is to ensure minimal spend and maximum profits. And without any doubt, based on my real experiences, I can confidently say that the biggest guzzler where startup expenses are concerned is the marketing spend. Or let me be more specific, the paid marketing spend. I'll be quick to add here that I'm not saying that paid marketing is not needed. The kind of traffic and conversion boost where paid marketing can get, no amount of organic marketing can do the same. What is needed, however, is a fine balance between organic, that is zero cost, and paid marketing. Now, the question that comes to your mind is that if I have to do organic marketing, when should I be posting my content? This is a very common question, and yet again, there are many articles which will tell you what kind of posts should go and when they should go. So, probably after you go through those articles, you will have a pretty good idea of how much and when to post. All this needs is that it needs to be put up somewhere in black and white in the form of a content calendar to ensure that execution happens exactly as planned. It may sound easy, but it needs to be smartly scheduled and planned to ensure that there is a right balance between awareness and that you should not end up nagging your customer. Another aspect is ensuring that your content writer is delivering content on time so that it is posted as per your decided schedule. As a best practice, I have always given a deadline to content writers to deliver their content 3 days before it is supposed to be posted. And to simplify it for you, what I did was I created a handy content calendar and Excel or Google Sheet template, which I have developed over the years myself, not only to plan the posting, but also to control the entire pipeline from content creation to creative development to the final posting, so that you can ensure that you can minimize your marketing spend by creating rich content and creating it on time. So let's go ahead and see how that can be done. Talking about now, this content calendar, there are two main purposes to it. First is planning what content will go when, and second is ensuring that your content writer gives this content in time. Now, the first step to do here is to identify the medium on the various mediums on which you will be posting your content. This can vary from company to company. Now, generally, you will post on social media, the main channel, you will post on groups, you will send out email, SMS, you will send out push notifications, you will post on your blog, you will create an ebook and post it somewhere on your website or maybe on your blog itself. There are pop-ups also which can be used very well for marketing. So they also are an effective medium for content posting. So having decided the medium, what you will do next is you will decide the number of contents that will go out. Now here you have to maintain an effective balance between understanding that you are not supposed to post too less or too frequent. You are supposed to maintain a healthy balance between these two, and there are many such articles on the net which will tell you how to maintain this healthy balance, even the days on which you should post contents, the timings on which you should post content. So that information is available a lot. What we are doing here is trying to organize the content and also the deliverables related to the content. So once you have decided the number of contents, what you do next is you bifurcate that, okay, out of this 16 contents that I'm going to post, 2 are going to be pure social posts, which are direct selling posts, 4 motivational quotes, 4 videos, 2 blogs, and 4 podcasts. And similarly, you can plan it for each medium. Either you can keep it the same or you can vary it to give it a healthy variation. Next, what you do is, what I have done at the side is, one is I have given a link which gives you 100 post ideas. So, for the kind of content. And there are some other contents which even I have used over the past, which I have added here. Once you have decided the medium and the number of contents and the bifurcation of that content, what you do is for that month, you create the calendar date wise, and for each date, you distribute whatever was the content that you have planned on the top. So you clearly know that on the 21st of August, this is what I'm going to post. And even your marketing team is well aware about all that. Now, the next thing that you have to do, this is the summarized content calendar for the whole month. The next thing that you have to do is that for each kind of content, you have to plan the topic, the keywords which should be there in this content. You can also plan the deadline by which the content writer is supposed to deliver the content. Now, here, if you see, I have applied a simple formula here. So what I'm doing here is that this is the date on which the content is to be posted, and here I have defined the deadline by when I need it, and here I have defined the start date. So on this date you have to start working, and by this deadline I should have the content so that I can post it on this date. So you have to start writing the content by 6th, give it to me by the 7th, just to ensure a 3-day buffer in case there are changes, so that I can post it on the 10th. And the same thing we have to do for each kind of content that we have planned in the content calendar. So by doing this, again, I repeat, there are two things that you are achieving. You are getting a summarized content calendar so that you and your marketing team clearly know what is going to be posted when. And the second thing is, you are also not only telling your content writer the topics for which you need content, but also by when they are supposed to deliver this content so that you can post in time.